Welcome to the Frozen Nerdz YouTube channel. I'm your host for the day, Epicinsanity. On today's video, we're going to give a basic walkthrough from one of my favorite characters in Heroes of the Storm. For those of you that aren't familiar with Heroes, it's a multiplayer online battle arena, or better known as a MOBA, created by Blizzard Entertainment. The hero I'm going to be covering today comes straight out of the Warcraft Universe, and is tossed into the Nexus with only one thing on her mind: haunt the battlefield and rain death on her opponents. I can only be talking about one person, the Banshee Queen herself, Sylvanas. Inside the Nexus, she is labeled as a specialist. She plays more like an assassin due to the amount of burst damage she can do. She was announced at BlizzCon 2014 and quickly rose to a fan favorite. She brings beauty and brawn to the battlefield. On today's video, I will be giving a basic overview of Sylvanas and her abilities, and also at the end I'll be giving out some pro tips. Her hero trait is Black Arrows, which is a passive ability that makes her basic attacks and abilities stun minions, mercenaries, and towers for 1 second. Her primary ability is Withering Fire, which deals moderate damage to the closest enemy, preferring heroes. It stores 5 charges, and it gains 1 charge on nearby enemy minion or mercenary deaths, and 3 charges on nearby enemy heroes' deaths. Withering Fire is defaulted to the Q key. Her second primary ability is Shadow Dagger, which deals light damage to a target initially, followed by a moderate amount of damage over the next 2 seconds. The effect spreads to nearby targets, and Shadow Dagger is defaulted to the W key. Her third primary ability is Haunting Wave, which sends forth a wave of banshees dealing moderate damage to all targets it hits. If you reactivate it or push the button twice, it'll teleport you to the banshee's location. Haunting Wave is defaulted to the E key. Every hero inside the Nexus has 2 heroic abilities that become unlocked once your team reaches level 10 inside its current match. Sylvanas' heroic abilities are Wailing Arrow and Possession. You can only choose one per fight, so you gotta make sure that you choose wisely. Wailing Arrow shoots an arrow that explodes for massive amounts of damage and silences enemies for 2.5 seconds. It can be reactivated or pushed at any time to detonate the arrow early, and like all hero abilities, it's default keybound to the R key. Possession is her second one, which forces an enemy minion to fight for her, take possession of them. It gains 20% attack damage and health. The cooldown is increased by 20 seconds when used on catapults. Once again, bound to that R key. Alright, at the start of the video, I talked about showing you some Sylvanas pro tips. Sylvanas' hero trait, Black Arrow, is extremely overpowered because it disables and stuns enemy minions and towers. You can use it to auto-attack one target, and use your Withering Arrows on the closest target to you, which means you can shoot up to 2 things at once. You will see the purple reticle on your closest target, which will be hit by your Withering Arrows. And then you can manually click on another target to stun or disable it. It works extremely well on both minions and towers. Just make sure you don't tunnel vision too much, or you could end up dead. That's all I have for basic overview for today, but in future videos, we will cover some of the advanced play techniques and some more pro tips on how to bring your enemies to their knees. Thanks for checking out our Heroes of the Storm Sylvanas overview. To stay connected with us nerds, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, or check out our website, frozennerdz.com. And like always, we will see you on the other side of the login screen.